Okay, exploring Signal messaging app. So we will be breaking up this presentation into four main sections. First, we will start off with the introduction to Signal. Then we will move on to the key features of Signal. Our third section will be comparing Signal to other well-known messaging apps. And lastly, we will end up with a hands-on guide to using Signal so you can have an easy understanding of how to use Signal. To start off, I'll be introducing Signal. Now you may ask, what exactly is Signal? Well, in easy terms, Signal is a secure messaging app that protects user privacy with strong encryption. It is free, open source, and does not collect personal data. Signal is widely used by privacy-conscious individuals and organizations. Now, some pros about Signal is that it is free and it's an open source messaging app. It can provide end-to-end encryption for all messages and calls. It does not collect or store any user data like many of its competitors, and is developed by the Signal Foundation. Now, why was Signal created? Well, Signal was created to provide a private and secure alternative to mainstream messaging apps. Many apps collect user data, such as alternatives of like WhatsApp, Telegram, or even like iMessage can collect data in some sense in order to try and learn more about the user. But on the other hand, Signal ensures messages remain confidential. It was founded by the Moxie Marlinspike and backed up by a nonprofit organization. It was created to protect user privacy and security, and it's funded by donations, not ads or user data sales. This gives Signal a more authentic use, as it's not funded by taking your data and selling it, but it's funded by the generosity of other people who truly invest into privacy and believe that security is important for online messaging. Who uses Signal? Or in other words, who is Signal's target audience? Signal is used by journalists, activists, as well as everyday users who value privacy. Governments and security experts also recommend it as a secure communication tool. It has grown in popularity, especially after concerns over WhatsApp data policies. Now, to summarize what I've said here, it is used by journalists, activists, and privacy advocates. It increased adoption after WhatsApp's 2021 policy change, which limited security and privacy, and is used worldwide for secure and private conversations. Now, the second main point of today's presentation will be the key features of Signal and what gives it its privacy as well as security. To start off, Signal provides end-to-end encryption. Signal uses strong encryption to ensure only the sender and recipient can read messages. Even Signal itself cannot access user conversations. This prevents surveillance and hacking. This means no third-party source, such as anyone on the Signal team, can read your conversations. And this is really good because it gives you a strong sense of security whenever you text or type something. And in order to even add on to this, messages, calls, and media are fully encrypted. It uses the Signal protocol, which is a trusted platform by security experts. It can prevent hackers, governments, and even Signal itself from reading messages. And it includes default encryption for all chats as well as calls. Now, moving on to the more stern privacy-focused features. Signal provides extra privacy tools to keep user conversations secure. Features like disappearing messages and screen security prevent unauthorized access. Users can also lock the app for extra protection. This means not only Signal provides security in the sense that Signal itself cannot view the app, but also you can make the app on your phone more secure through other ways, such as locking the app for extra protection. Now, here are some more features in a bullet point way so you can understand more clear. Disappearing messages delete automatically after a set time. Screen security blocks screenshots of chats, meaning that if the recipient is trying to take a screenshot of something that you may have said, they can't, therefore adding more privacy and security to the app. The app lock adds an extra security layer. This means only you can access this on your phone in case someone may have access on your phone, they won't be able to access the Signal app as long as you as long as you secure the app lock. And lastly, there are no cloud backups, which reduces exposure to data leaks. No ads, no tracking. Unlike other messaging apps, Signal does not track users or show ads. It is purely funded through donations, meaning user data is never sold. This ensures complete privacy for all users. No ads or data collection for marketing purposes, funded by donations, not big tech corporations who are trying to steal your data and sell it on the market. And there's no tracking of messages, contacts, or locations, ensuring complete privacy and security no matter what domain. And unlike WhatsApp, it does not share data with companies like Meta, which is well known for taking your data and using it in bad ways. Now, our third major point, Signal compared to other messaging apps. To start off, this is a well-known comparison when comparing Signal to other messaging apps. So starting off, Signal vs WhatsApp. Now, both Signal and WhatsApp both use end-to-end encryption, which is known for giving privacy. However, WhatsApp tends to collect metadata on the low ground. WhatsApp also shares some user data with its parent company, Meta, which you may know as Facebook. Signal, however, does not store any user data whatsoever. Now, both apps may use end-to-end encryption. However, it's really important to know that WhatsApp collects metadata, meaning who you talk to, when, and how often, and then usually connects the data to know more about you, which is something that you may not want. So thankfully, in order to combat this, you can use Signal, which collects no user data and does not store messages at all. Now, Signal via Telegram. Telegram is popular, but its default chats are not encrypted end-to-end. Only Telegram secret chats use encryption. This is really important because Signal can encrypt all conversations by default. This means if you're using Telegram, you may not know about secret chats, and that means that your data is not being encrypted end-to-end. This can be a huge risk for those who really want privacy and security, and they may not know about the feature Telegram has to offer. However, Signal encrypts all conversations by default. So no matter what user you are, once you join the app, you have that safety and security that you may want. Telegram also stores user data on its servers. Signal encrypts all chats by default, while Telegram does not. Telegram stores user messages on its servers, which can cause a potential security risk for the user. And Signal offers better privacy and security than Telegram, as I previously stated. And now our last one is Signal vs iMessage. Now, even though Apple iMessage is relatively known to be quite secure, as Apple is a company that values heavily on security and privacy, it really only works for Apple devices. Now, on the other hand, Signal is cross-platform, meaning it works on both Android and iOS, as well as other apps, as well as other phones that you may be using. Signal also collects far less metadata than iMessage. So even though iMessage is relatively known to be a good messaging platform, Signal outshines it in the matter of privacy and security. Now, obviously, iMessage is limited to Apple devices, while Signal is known to be cross-platform. Signal collects no metadata whatsoever, while Apple stores some user data, not as much as WhatsApp or Telegram. iMessage encrypts text, but SMS messages are unencrypted, which is important to know for certain situations. And Signal is more private and accessible for all users, especially with this ability for cross-platform texting. And lastly, using Signal, a hands-on guide. Installing and setting up Signal. Now, first you want to download from the App Store, Google Play, or official website. Verify your phone number. There's no extra personal info needed, whether it's a first name, last name, or email, or even address for some reason on certain apps. There's an option to import contacts for easy communication, and it's available on Windows, Mac, and Linux as well. This means you can easily access Signal from any other device, whether it's a computer, a PC, iPad, phone. You can use the whole ecosystem with Signal. And look up Signal and look for this app to download. Sending messages and making calls. With the Signal app, you can create one-on-one and group chats with full encryption with the top right button. You can send text messages, photos, videos, and files securely. You can make encrypted voice and video calls anywhere in the world in the bottom middle tab. Works just like any other messaging app, but with better privacy. So it's just as easy to use as messages over WhatsApp, but just offers a better sense of privacy and security for the average user. And adjusting privacy and security settings. Locate the privacy in the settings top right of the main page. Enable disappearing messages for extra privacy. And I'm pretty sure you can modify the time when the messages disappear. This likely works that once you exit the chat, the messages will likely disappear. Use screen security to block screenshots. Activate registration lock to prevent unauthorized access. And customize the notifications for a discrete messaging experience. And when it comes to app security with the registration lock, I'm pretty sure it uses Face ID as well as payments lock feature, which is also Face ID. And here are some resources we used to create this presentation. If you're ever wondering and you want to get more into Signal, if you want to download it easier without having risk of any scam websites, you can use these resources to download Signal on the web with the signal.org link. Or you can, if you want to go more into detail with Signal or anything that was discussed in this presentation, you can check out these resources which we used to make it. And this video we will be showing in the tech discussion room as it's a little bit too long for now. And thank you for listening. And of course, if you'd like to learn this lesson with a Cyber Seniors mentor, please go to our website, being www.cyberseniors.org, or call our phone number, 1-844-217-3057, to register a one-on-one phone or web session. We also host weekly tech drop-in sessions from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays. Thank you for listening to the presentation.